whatever, then I'm wrong. You got me now. You got me now. You got me now. All you
I go to the back of that bitch, my man, this the wildest I ever seen in my mother life. And this let me know right then and there, man, God, man, I want to go home. And it wasn't about no getting style. Say, man, this nigga was a Mexican. Had a nigga dick in our ass, nigga dick in her mouth, a dick in the right hand, a dick in the left hand, and had some nigga jacking off. I knew right then and there, I said, man, I gotta go home, man. I gotta go home, man. Man, I'm saying, man, I told my mom I went to visitation that week.
I felt like crying, so I cried. This makes me a real man. It's as stupid as me saying, well, I felt like smashing his face in, so I smashed his face in. No, the hallmark of a real man is controlling himself, controlling his emotions, acting appropriately, regardless of how he feels.
100% facts, man. So with that being said, you're now tuning in to the MK episode 5. We made it all the way to episode 5 this time. Let's go. Andrew Tate reaction. We're going to be listening to what he had to say on Sean Mike Kelly's podcast. It was a really good episode. A lot of motivation, a lot of passion. And he also talked about basically, you know, he doesn't give a fuck. He's going to continue being himself, regardless of Robert and DeSant Fag and the Matrix. Don't have to literally put a bullet in him. But, you know, we're going to keep doing what we do. We're going to react to that. Then we're also going to talk about your boy Luka. Doncic, man, explodes for 45 points against the Milwaukee Bucks. Without LeBron, without Jackson Hayes, without Rui Hachimura, without everybody, him and Austin Reeves stood on business. So without further ado, pass the mic over to Kane, and we're going to go ahead and react to this content.
Yes, sir. You already know what it is, man. We're back here to search for more game on the ground for them hungry hounds. So just got the pound and I'm ready for the next round. So make sure you grab your snacks, your drinks, your weed, whatever the case may be, because we're going to jump right into this episode, man.
What the fuck? I don't know who. I don't know who. I don't know where. I don't know when. It is a fucking setup, and it is scary. And the men of the world, unless you want to end up in this position, you need to understand, you may not like me, but it's the same as what they said in 1930s Germany. I didn't stand up for the Jews when they came for the Jews because I wasn't a Jew. I didn't stand up for the Gypsies when they came for the Gypsies. I wasn't a Gypsy. I didn't stand up for the disabled when they came for the disabled. I wasn't disabled. And then when they came for me, there was no one left to stand up for me. It's the truth. You don't have to like me, but they're going to get me. They're going to get all the other masculine men, the big influencers, going to get us all one by one. And they are going to get you. They're going for all of us. So when you see Ron DeSantis and Byron Donalds doing this shit, you need to make it very, very clear to them that they are not doing the good thing and you're not going to support them in doing it because they're going to use it against you. And when you are in jail, the difference between you and me is when I go to jail, everyone talks about it. At least I get a fucking story. At least I get a rep. At least I get to be Scarface. You're going to sit in jail. No one's going to even fucking know your name. You're going to be forgotten in your jail cell. At least I'm still rich. At least my children are still paid for. Your fucking kids are going to starve because you can't work while you're sitting in jail because your ex-girlfriend is upset at you because some prosecutor has weaponized her against you because you told the truth on a fucking podcast. So unless...
Man, and it goes back to one thing. It goes back to one thing that we hear Tate say a lot of times. You're shut the fuck up. It goes back to something that Andrew Tate reiterates over and over. Your ability to speak freely is all correlated to your irrelevance. So what y'all don't understand is you might be able to say things, you might be able to live a life in which you feel like, oh, the world hasn't changed. Freedom of speech still exists. Cancel culture doesn't. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But the only reason you're able to do that is because it's tailored to your insignificance. But if you get in a situation where a Me Too situation happens to you, you don't have a following. You haven't done anything monumental. You don't have people that love you. You don't have people that are loyal to you. You don't have endless money for legal fees. So your ass is going to end up going to jail over some bullshit. No one's going to give a fuck. No one's going to get you out. And you're going to become whatever they call you because your ability to speak freely is tailored to your insignificance. So now your insignificance is actually going to allow you to be labeled as something that you're not, and you're not going to be able to remove that label. It's literally like having a piece of paper in a coloring contest, but one person is using a dry erase board and you're using a Sharpie. Whatever you put down can't be erased and can't be replaced because you're an insignificant nobody bitch.
That's 100% facts, bro. Y'all have to be able to make your mark on society. You have to be able to make people remember your name for good reasons, obviously, not for doing some stupid crap. But if you don't have money, and it gets to the point to where they start arresting people just for saying things out in public, exercising your right to freedom of speech, you're gonna rot in prison because you have no lawyer to get you out. You have no resources. You have none of that stuff. So it's important that you guys figure out a way how to achieve that. That way you do have an out. Even if you do get stuck in prison, guess what? At least your folks is taken care of. At least your kids would be fed. Just like Tate said, his children are fed. Nobody in his family went hungry because of the money that he has. So y'all gonna be sitting there stressing and crumbling and all this, that, and the third because you didn't do anything. Straight up, you didn't do anything. That's your fault.
Unless you want that shit happening to you, I'd make it very clear to the governors of fucking Florida that no one's interested in this fucking bullshit. And enough is enough. And that we've all tired of hearing it. And that we're fatigued from it. And that we don't believe it anymore. And these endless sexual assault claims bullshit. Innocent until proven fucking guilty. Due process. This is garbage. I feel like they're going to drag it out for years. Oh, 100%. Their primary objective with me is not to find me guilty because they know I'm not guilty. Their primary objective with me is to slander me for as long as possible. They're trying to make me toxic so that people are scared to defend me and stand by me and talk with me. They want people to sit and say, he's accused of this. Let's not let him on the podcast. Because they know if I go on the podcast, I'll say things that make people think. They don't want people to think. That's what they're scared of. So they're trying to intimidate everyone.
Makes sense.
That's all they're doing. They don't want to find me guilty of anything. Like I said, I'm 4 years in, haven't had a trial. Let's ask ourselves. Interesting question.
Before you get to that interesting question, Tate, that is 100% facts, man. And that is where you can quickly see who is your ally and who is an enemy in plain sight. Because whenever you're going through shit, whenever you're going through the best of the best or the worst of the worst, you see who's for you and who is only for you for benefits. These people no longer benefit whenever you have certain names tied to your name. Case in point right now, we can even talk about this in another realm. Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Kendrick called Drake something. So after that, anybody who did any type of work with Drake, did anything of the sort, they automatically looked a certain type of way. So a lot of people that Drake put on or, made songs with, all this, that, and the third, they didn't show support. They didn't speak up for it. They didn't do none of that. Same situation with your boy Diddy. Diddy, the only thing he's guilty of is whooping a bitch. And 99.9% of you niggas have slapped a bitch before. So, y'all can sit around and say he did this to Justin Bieber, he did this to Usher. The only thing that's been proven is that he beat a bitch. And most of you monkeys have beat a bitch. But because Diddy has all these accusations and allegations towards his name, people automatically perceive him to be this person because of the mob mentality, like Candace Owens spoke about. And it just sucks because loyalty don't exist no more, homie. Just like Dewberry say all the time, because I don't care what they say you did unless you show me or they show me that you did it. With actual evidence, I don't give a fuck what they say. But nowadays we live in a world where it'll look bad for my brand if I rock with you. Think about it before Trump almost got popped. Everybody, bro, if you even said you rock with Trump, you'd be liable to get fired from your job. Even right now, he's a president and they'll still fire you for saying you rock with Trump. Like, that's the world that we live in, and people pussy out all in the name of peer pressure. It's not about how much you know a person and how much of a relationship you have with them anymore. It's how much can you fuck with someone until it's no longer cool. Once it's no longer cool, you got to get away from them, because the worst thing that could happen is people can look at you in a bad way.
Nah, that's facts, bro. People crumble to social pressure from the court of public opinion. And it's just like, at the end of the day, bro, like, it's not he said, she said. It's cold, hard, factual evidence, visual evidence, physical evidence, because words are just that, words. Uh, you could have 1,000 people come together and say the same thing, but just because they're saying the same thing don't mean that it's true. It's 100% facts, bro. You have to be able to provide something that you can see with your own eyes. Otherwise, you don't even know if it's true. And if you don't know if it's true, why are you even believing it in the first place anyways? It makes absolutely no sense. So, and Tate was right. He said that they don't have to find him guilty. They just have to try to make people afraid of bringing him up on their podcast. That's their way of trying to silence him, is to because they couldn't cancel him off the internet. He was uncancelable. He was still all around. People were still uploading his clips on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever they could. He's incancelable. So now what they have to do is try to keep people from bringing him up on their platforms. And I mean, obviously it's not working, because he's been up on like what, 3 podcasts now already since he's been back in the U.S. And there's possibility he might go on a podcast with Kanye is a slim possibility that he might go on Joe Rogan. I mean, I don't know, but I've heard people saying that he's talking about it. Like I said, I don't know, but it's a possibility. And these people aren't afraid to bring him up on their podcast, bro, so they're already failing.
Anybody who doesn't like Tate, this is what you look like every time you speak.
Heyo, I'm Jake Paul from Bizarre Bar, and you're watching Disney Channel. Oh, no looker, first ever. Oh, nailed it.
In the last 4 years, I would argue some pretty crazy things have happened in the world. So how does the news find the time to mention me every fucking day? Every day. They remind you that I am bad. Why? Why for the last 4 years have they had to print or broadcast that I'm negative every single day? Because they're terrified. They are terrified of people listening to me. They're terrified of people liking me. If they could see Power Slap last night with the thousands of people I was taking pictures with and shaking hands with, they'd have a fucking mental breakdown.
People were following you in the hotel, man.
People were charging around the hotel trying to get near me. They want me to be hated because they can't stand the idea of me being liked, because then they lose. So all they do is endlessly repeat lies. All they can do over and over and over. It is a fucking hit job. Now, the guy on the BBC who said I was a sexual predator, who got convicted of pedophilia, and by the way, didn't go to jail. What? Didn't go to jail.
And this is why I say, those people who relentlessly say they don't like you, chase you, and want to put a jacket on you, it's because they're doing something they're not supposed to be. Destiny. What did he get caught with? Allegedly. Even though I don't like Destiny, I gotta say allegedly. What did he get caught with? The people from BBC, Mr. Chocolate. What did he get convicted of? You literally can't make this up. There's a common pattern. You see, there's people who want to get justice, and there's people who want to run away from their own wrongdoings. So they overcompensate and try to say, you, crank that soldier aboard. Crank that soldier aboard. You're faggots. Certified lover boy, certified. What do you guys say about that, Kane?
No, that's facts, man. And they always protect their own, bro. So like, and this is the thing, they have most of the judicial system on their side because they're all being bought and paid for. So, you know, I had heard that, I don't remember. I think it was like a 20-minute interview that I reacted to a few weeks back of a former Freemason. He said that there's many people walking around in public just look like normal people, but they're Freemasons, and many of the judges are Freemasons too. And he said that one of the rules within the Freemason lodge is that if there's a judge who is one and the defendant is flashing some kind of, hand sign or piece of like necklace or a ring or whatever, signaling that he's a Freemason, the judge has to rule in favor of the Mason, even if he is guilty. And that's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they do. That's exactly what happened with that reporter. He was guilty, but he was a part of their club. So even though he was guilty, they ruled in favor of him because that's what they have to do. And it's crazy.
Wow. He just got a suspended sentence, so a fine after being a convicted pedophile. Crazy. His story was in the news for a day. My story's 4 years and running, never convicted.
Now they're trying to put you against Trump too.
And now they're trying to put me against Trump. So what they're trying to do now, and this is actually interesting, they're trying to make me so toxic so that Trump doesn't want to meet me. Because they know if I stand next to Trump, they're going to accuse Trump and attack Trump of being friends with a sexual fucking human trafficker.
Right.
That's what they're trying to do. Because they're scared that if I stand next to Trump, his political position with the masculine youth is absolutely solidified completely. And that Vance will 10,000% win next if I stand next to Vance. And they know that. So they're scared. So they're trying to scare Trump away from me. Now, I'll be honest. I'm a realist. And if Trump were to say to me, you have so much heat attached to your name, it's just going to be too much stress. I respect it. I respect it. Is it fair? No. Have I done anything wrong? No. But I'm not emotional. I'm very realistic. And I would understand his position if that was the position he were to adopt.
Yeah.
However, if Trump were to say, they hit me with E. Jean Carroll, I know how these fuckers lie, I don't care, come to Mar-a-Lago, he would make a massive statement to the world showing that he completely does not believe the fake news. And nobody else does either. Twitter's not real, bro. A few dickheads on Twitter, a couple dickheads in charge of Florida, nobody believes it.
That's the thing, bro. I don't think Trump would give a fuck. That's the Matrix is trembling, aching, shivering, and pissing their pants, hoping that Trump doesn't link up with Trump. I mean, Tate, you know what the fuck I'm saying, nigger. But how do you feel about that?
Trump is a gangster, bro. So I really don't think he would care. You've seen everything that he's been gone through, everything that he's dealing with. And you really think that he would care about them saying, oh, well, he's met up with Andrew Tate, who's a known trafficker and all this, that, and the third, and all this other bull crap. I mean, if Trump really thought that the Tates were human traffickers, he would not have pressured Romania into letting them go. He wouldn't have, straight up. So that just goes to show you right there that he doesn't think that they are guilty at all. You know?
And 98% of people understand all of this is fucking garbage. All of it. So I understand Trump. I understand Elon. I understand there's some high-profile people who are worried about my reputation and the knock-on effects of meeting me in person. I understand that. But that's why I have to give absolute credit, to be fair, to Dana White yesterday.
He took a photo with you, right?
Dana White came up, I said, sir, you tell the truth. He said, so do you. I said, man, thank you so much for letting us come. He goes, I don't believe the bullshit. I never believe the bullshit. I know they're lying.
Wow.
Dana White's a fucking hero. Dana White is a legend. And he was someone I've respected and looked up to for a long time. And every single time I saw any of his podcast clips, I was like, yep, 100%, sir. He's never wrong about anything. And he knew. He knows his garbage. He knows his fucking lies. He knows it. What's actually interesting as well, let's extrapolate this out to another point. All these dipshits at home, Andrew Tate's bad, Andrew Tate's bad. They talk as if they're fucking perfect people.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I've been through 5 years of investigation by federal agencies, and they haven't even managed to pin a crime on me. You're thinking that you would have survived that attack? I would argue 90% of the people hating me, if they had the same level of investigation as I have, they'd have a whole bunch more dirt than I do. They sucked off a dude in college. They smoke weed, whatever it is. They'd have actual crimes. Byron Donalds is convicted of marijuana offenses. These people, if they had the same investigation as me, would have actual crimes, or at least dirt, at least some kind of pervert act. They went to a fucking gangbang, whatever. I don't know. What have they got on me? Crickets. Fucking nothing. What do? Sit around my brother and smoke cigars. Drive fast cars around. I don't do anything. I'm not into any kind of fucking sexual perversion, nothing. Imagine I was into something fucking normal like dudes are, BDSM. Imagine I was into BDSM. Imagine I had some chains and a fucking whip, a 50 Shades of Grey in my house when they raided my house. Do you have any idea the fucking breakdown, the pictures, the videos? Do you have any idea that'd be fucking everywhere? They'd fucking show it everywhere. I didn't have a single fucking, I don't have sex toys in my house, nothing. Most people at home have sex toys in their house. Most people at home, if they would have done to you what they've done to me, you'd be fucking looking 1,000 times worse than me. And they're going to sit there going, Andrew Tate is bad.
That thumbnail, that's crazy. Where's my super suit looking ass? What do you think about all that?
No, that's facts, man. Everybody, not everybody, but most of the people who are sitting around saying Tate's this, Tate's that, they have something. They have a skeleton in their closet that they're either ashamed of or they don't want anybody else to know about, which would still technically be the same thing as being ashamed of. And they wouldn't be able to survive a couple of days with the same kind of investigation that he's had for over 5 years, bro. 5 years. And one would think that after 5 years, somebody in the judicial system would say, you know what, we ain't found nothing, just let it go, because obviously they're clean. But no, it's crazy, bro. The biggest Keisha in the material world is the government, and that is 100% facts and not opinion.
If they did it to you, you'd be fucked. If I was even on steroids, I'd be in jail. That's class B drugs. In Romania, my house was raided. If I even had a fucking steroid or TRT, I'd be in jail. I'm so fucking clean. I don't do anything. I'm as clean as they fucking come. And these people are pretending they're perfect people. It's so ridiculously hypocritical. Twitter's not real. All these Twitter trolls, it's all bullshit. None of it's not real. The real world is absolutely in love with my brother and I's message because they know we're the only people fucking sticking up for men in the world. Take this podcast away. Myron's another good one. He does the truth. 3 or 4 people, you take those names away, find anything on the internet that gives a shit about men at all, and you won't.
That's facts, man. Goddamn. Yeah, you're right, though. The people calling you out, like Misfit Patriot, he just got exposed.
Oh, yeah, he just got arrested for beating up an old lady or something.
Yeah, over 6.
This guy was lucky he didn't fight me. Fucking, I don't know how he even survived fighting that way. I don't know who he fought, but
he's calling you out. Destiny's always calling you out.
Bro, these people don't want my hands. Jesus Christ.
I mean, Destiny's dealing with his own shit now, too.
Yeah, so Destiny spent a long time calling me a sexual predator, and now he's being charged with sexual crimes. They all are what they accuse you of. All of these more.
I just said that, bro. What do you think about that, Kane? What do you think about that shit?
I mean, I always knew that Destiny had like a real weird fruity vibe about him. And the fact that now he's being accused or charged with sexual crimes after calling Andrew Tate a sex trafficker for so long. It's like, and it's funny because the way he talks like he's the smartest man in the world. And the way that he thinks that he wins arguments is just by continuously talking and just interrupting and never letting you speak. Like those kinds of people who won't let you speak know that what they're saying is just goofy, straight up, because they don't want you to refute it because they know it's going to be easily refuted. So yeah, Destiny, you can go suck some dick in prison. Facts.
And Kane, in honor of your mate, this is what anybody looks like who is rocking with Destiny, bro. This right here.
Freaky ass nigga, he's 69 Dodge. Freaky ass nigga, he's 69 Dodge. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life.
High ground people, all of these people who are saying, oh, Andrew Tate used to have a webcam studio. I will bet 50 million American, which is, quite a lot of money. I spend that in about 3 months. I will bet 50 million American, everybody complaining I have a webcam studio, still watches porn themselves. So what the fuck are you moaning about? The 12 years ago, I helped girls make HTML profiles on my free cams because I could code. I was literally a fucking IT tech support. And you're still watching porn to this day. You can't complain about the production of a product if you can.
Hey, it's not even that they're watching it, boy. You know they're stealing their mom's credit card to pay for that $1 premium membership. They stealing their mom's credit card, bro. They probably stealing they looking for all the websites. Boy, they be going on all the websites too. You know they do. Straight up.
Sir Andrew Tate, you stole my idea. I said you cannot complain about something if you consume it. If you say you don't like apples, but you're sitting there with this fucking paper straw in your mouth guzzling down apple juice, bitch, you can't talk about apples. You can't say you don't like monkeys, but you're putting dick inside of a black hole. You can't say you don't like something and watch it. Hypocrisy. You're like, man, Tate was doing this. Y'all still watch porn. Y'all still pay for OnlyFans. A lot of you niggas pay for pussy. And if you could, you would take the pussy. So Andrew Tate was 100% speaking facts. The only people saying, ooh, webcam are the same niggas who, if you check their history, they would be history. And there's no mystery about that. So we're going to go ahead and stop reacting to this video for now. We'll come back to it, man. Tate's always good content, man. You know what it is. We're going to go ahead and transition like a lot of you faggots need to on to Luka Doncic's stellar performance against the Milwaukee Bucks. So I'm going to read his statistical accomplishments today, and then we're going to get Kane's reaction to it, and then obviously I'll give my input on it, and then we're going to get ready to conclude this episode. Your boy will be live on TikTok. So Luka Doncic, man. So today he played for 36 minutes. He had 45 points, 3 assists, and 11 rebounds, man. 11 fucking rebounds. No center. Let's look a little bit more into, like, the game. He made fucking – today he shot 53% from the three-point line, and he made over 6 three-pointers. This dude had 1 block, 2 steals. Absolutely insane, bro. Absolutely insane. He's going up against a very, very lengthy Milwaukee Bucks team. They got Giannis. They got Brook Lopez. Everybody on the starting 5 except for Dame Lillard is above 6'5". So they got a really, really big team. And LeBron didn't play today. Jackson Hayes, he's a bum, but he's a center. He's a big 7-foot, light-skinned, useless, Corbin Blue High School Musical. We can work this out looking ass nigga. But he didn't play. Rui Hachimura didn't play, and a couple of others didn't. So undermanned, and he still put up a performance. But the crazy part is they lost. The final score of the game was 106-126. That is a blowout. But the thing about what I just said is Luka still played his ass off throughout the entire game. It was mainly a blowout, and he still played his ass off and ended the game with 45 points. That is a huge indicator to me that he is locked in. He's buying into the program, and that Dallas was tripping. Dallas made a stupid-ass mistake. And it's like that one bitch who breaks up with you because she thinks she's going to find a better dude, and that dude actually ends up being worse than you. Then she tries to come back, and you tell that hoe no. So that's exactly what's happening in L.A., and it's just awesome to see Luka perform like this. What do you think about Luka Doncic's performance tonight, and then just period since he's been in L.A., the new energy he's had? A new motivation and drive at 26 years old, just out here, just breaking records, shattering records, man, and really just, laying it all out there, whether he's getting kneed in the face, elbowed. He'd be cussing refs out in Serbian and shit so he doesn't get kicked out. Now they be giving him texts whenever he starts doing it because they know he's cussing him out in Serbian because clips be going viral and shit. But, what do you think about your boy Luka, man? Shout out to Luka Doncic, man. I got to get me a jersey. I don't like putting niggas' last names on my back at all, but I rock the Luka jersey, man.
I think Luka's one of them dudes that you could put him on any team, no matter how bad they are, and he will still carry that team. He carried the Mavs to the finals in last season by himself. By himself, bro, to the finals. By himself. Isn't that crazy, man? Luka's one of them dudes that he just does not care out there on the court. He'd be falling backwards, shooting them shots and sinking the ball. He'd be like right up underneath the rim and somehow still shooting it around the corner, and still like he'd be throwing the ball behind his back, passing the ball behind his back without even looking. And like, bro, he's just one of them dudes, bro. Straight up. I ain't never seen nobody else play the way that he does. And y'all can sit here and say, ooh, well, LeBron James, or ooh, Michael Jordan, ooh, this, ooh, that. But none of them have the moves that Luka has, bro. None of them is literally blindly throwing the ball behind his back and still passing it to his teammate. None of them are literally falling backwards mid-air, sinking shots. Like, bro, like he is a different breed, and he's still in his prime. And the Mavs are angry at their decision. So, yeah, that's how he played without LeBron out there. Imagine the next time that he plays with LeBron out there.
Facts. So imagine how Bronny's going to be able to blossom into that system, watching both of them. He's got two of the best in the league, arguably. literally underneath their wing. And if he got minutes to play, not just garbage minutes, he'd probably be out there putting in work. I mean, y'all see what he does in the G League. But anyways, we're going to play the highlights from the game tonight. Kane's going to break it down, then we're going to get up out of here. So without further
of Lake Michigan, beautiful, hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. Right now, the Lakers riding third in the West. The Bucks
like to get shots, like his teammates. Austin Reeves.
The absolute worst way to lose a game if you're the Milwaukee Bucks. Tyrese Halliburton hits her 7-4 since the break. Luka and the Lakers. Doncic fires up a three-point.
18 Christmas Day game that ended up costing him 6 weeks.
Cross movement, Lillard. Cross court.
Doncic has been learned more about Richmond's relationship with calling his passing a huge loss to the Bucks businessman as well.
Plays college ball a little bit. Roster tonight, he's active, very high upside. And Doncic.
Right on the fake right there. Yep.
Doncic got Lopez on. Pulls the string. And 3 times he got
hit it on tonight. 4 rebounds. He only has 1 assist. He's offline. Trent, Corian Prince, and A.J. Green. Those guys are the difference on the quarter.
Doncic back in the controls, and he finds a cutting finish.
Head bucket versus Indiana on Tuesday.
Doncic, big trick. Doncic. With the Lakers down 10, long 3 on its way. Good.
Just walked right into a 3. He's been a family affair with opposite two books. He check right here.
And Doncic goes and scored. This is when he's at his best, when he's improvising.
He is in this first half. From 3.
One quarter. The score for 5. That is going to 3. I beg your pardon. 1, 2, 3. 16 in the first quarter for Doncic. And ball switches sides. Doncic with a steal. Completely dominated. That was 8-4 in his prior 12. And he stops on a dime. And then Doncic gets by Brent. Doncic hangs and scores back to the NBA. Signing with the Clippers. Doncic hits it. And the worst of all, Uncle Reggie. Will there be havoc again? Shaq. Exclusively in Spanish. Check the and first team all NBA. That's a pretty good list. He was right along. Bucks with Courtney Kirkland, the crew chief. Oh, that's Doncic fakes.
Getting minutes to play himself into shape as well. That's the point.
And Doncic. Here's a AOL pass. Avery Johnson. He used to do this all the time.
He's just one of the best players in the game. I wouldn't even say right now. I would just say in the game, in my opinion. Y'all can think whatever you want. At the end of the day, I didn't ask. So.
Damn. Hey, Staves. Hey, Jalen, my daddy there? Yeah. Let me tell him something just real quick. What's up, Dad? Hey, Dad. What's good? Oh. Hey, did something come in the mail today? What? Did something come in the mail today? Oh, cause something came in the mail today.
Yeah, I did.
These nuts. Got him! Got him! Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Next caller, me. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off. Who created your ass? I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. The devil is a motherfucking liar. So you know I ain't worried. Biatch. Stupid bitch. Look at that. I'm provoking that, huh? I'm making motherfuckers just hate God more. I'm provoking that, huh? You goddamn devil worshiper, you ain't got no excuse. Motherfucker, you ain't coming in you come in the name of Satan. I guess if you like a house nigga and want to go competitive, if I say I'm God, then I guess you have to take the side of Satan, huh, motherfucker? Stupid bitch. It's not of competition, it's of cooperation. Stupid ass house nigga. I can't see you though, bitch. You see me?
I'm all out. I made my ass very available.
Oops, my heart went. Fuck!